Hey guys, Marna here, and I'm coming from my very own apartment. Oh my god, it's been an adventure. That's why I haven't filmed a My Crippled Life in quite a bit, but I'm back and I'm going to be filming from my very own living room from now on. It's all mine, and it's incredible. Let's just start right off. Let's just dive right into it. So if you haven't been here before, I'm in a wheelchair, and basically what I do is I talk about my crippled life. I would recommend you guys watching some of the previous episodes. Living on my own is a dream come true. I can't even put it into like actual words that can express the way that I feel when I wake up and I make my own coffee or do my own dishes and do my own laundry. Because when I was born, my parents were told that I wasn't gonna be able to do those things. I think even for them, it's kind of incredible. I'm really blessed and super lucky that I am capable of doing the things that I do, and I do not take any of it for granted. I love that I have the freedom to live this life, and I just am so excited to share it with you guys. My apartment is so handicapped accessible. That is why I actually chose this place. There's elevators, and even the pool has a wheelchair lift. Not for the wheelchair, that'd be really awkward and really bad if you put a wheelchair in a pool. So a little information on what it was like to move out of my parents' home and find a place that was accessible. It was difficult. It was a challenge. I looked at about 16 different complexes in the place that I live because I didn't want to move too far away from my mom, just in case I couldn't succeed at living on my own. That's a realistic thing. Places that I looked at didn't have elevators, which, dudes, it's 2017. That was a little weird for me to understand how it was legal. If it's an older building, it's not required. But when you're in a wheelchair, it's kind of offensive because it's like, oh, I'm not allowed to live here because they didn't accommodate me. Every apartment that I went to had a tiny bathroom. Or they have those bathrooms that like the toilet is separated from where the shower is. Like you've got this tiny little closet-like place where the toilet is, and then you've got that annoying bathtub with the shower door that slides on the sharp rail. And people think that those are ADA appropriate bathrooms. I'd say, do you have an ADA apartment? And they'd be like, oh yeah, we have one on the first floor. Let's go look at it. And it would be my price range, and I would be so excited. And it's not ADA at all. I really don't think people understand what it is that we have to go through to live a normal life. I'm not crying about it and I'm not whining about it. I'm stressing it because it's not easy. Going to apartments and thinking I could live here, and them saying, yeah, we have an ADA apartment, and it not being ADA was real disappointing. This apartment was the last place, my last straw. I did not think I was gonna be able to move out of my parents' home. I didn't know where I was gonna go. My parents sold their house and they were downsizing to a smaller house that we knew was not gonna be handicapped accessible off the bat. My parents made their home handicapped accessible, and it was amazing, and I was spoiled. And I didn't know what it was gonna be like to go out on a journey and look for a place to live and be rejected 16 times or be let down 16 times and not find a place. So I drove by this apartment complex and I looked at it and I was like, this is too expensive. I can tell, it's too fancy. Let's just see if it's accessible. Let's see what they have. It's a newer building, it's only 2 years old, so I was expecting it to be accessible, but it just exceeded my expectations. Elevators everywhere, concrete floors everywhere, so if I was in my manual wheelchair, pushing around wasn't gonna be hard. Wide doorways, even in the apartments. Every bathroom, you can literally do a circle in the bathroom. Bathtubs that don't have those stupid shower doors on them. They're just normal bathtubs, and you put a curtain, and my shower chair fits tremendously in there. It's just great. It was really fantastic, and I will say it was a little out of my price range, which really stressed me out. That was something that came to mind for me, was being disabled is really expensive. And I just feel bad. I feel bad for us because it's not our fault that we're in these wheelchairs. It's not our fault that we're not capable of living in any apartment, a one-bedroom upstairs. It's definitely not our fault. I'm so completely gracious and excited and happy that I am here and that I'm able to do this. And sometimes I look around, like I'll be watching TV, and I pause it and I look around and just go, this is my apartment. Like I live here. And I'm doing it. So the process of moving out when you're in a wheelchair is really hard because your whole life you're told you're not gonna be able to do these things. Even though your parents love you and they believe in you and they want you to be able to do all the things that that they want you to do, it doesn't necessarily mean that they think it will happen, and that's not bad. My parents are amazing parents, and they push me in a good way to strive for things that not a lot of disabled people can say that they can do. I don't know if my parents thought that I could necessarily live on my own. I know that I didn't know if I could do it, but I definitely believed I could. And now that I'm doing it, I think it's a big shock for people. We didn't know if I was going to be able to maintain an apartment, take care of my dog, take care of my cat. We didn't know if I was going to be able to feed myself. And I don't mean like put a spoon to my mouth. I mean, how is Marna going to make meals? I never cooked for myself. I always had my amazing mother or my amazing dad to do it for me. I understood their fear, but being 25, like having a boyfriend who's 30 years old, it's a little awkward living at home and, bringing him over and saying, hey, this is my mom, she's making us dinner tonight. You can't really grow a relationship that way, so moving out for me is definitely key, definitely a necessity, and I'm really glad I did it because I do make my own meals, and they may not be the most extravagant things, but they're good. My boyfriend's here sometimes, and he feeds me. He cooks food in my kitchen, and I clean the dishes, and it's just really been an adventure and a positive thing, and I think I surprised my parents in a very positive way. So loving it, and I do miss my mommy so much. But I think anybody who's moved out of their home misses their mom. I mean, moms are the best. I'm really excited to start filming again and having guests again and telling you all about my crippled life. So this is a little episode about what it was like moving into my very own apartment. I just really like sharing my life with you guys. I hope that you guys still enjoy hearing about my life. Stay tuned for, singing videos. Follow me on Instagram @MarnaWheels, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Have a good one.